ਐਨ.ਡ ਆਗੂ ਜਗਮੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੇ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਡੀਟਰ ਜਨਰਲ ਦੀ ਸੁਰੱਖਿਅਤ ਪੀਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਪਾਣੀ ਦੀ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਬਾਰੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਕਿਰਿਆ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਤੇ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨਾ ਸਾਧਿਆ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਾਹਿਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਸ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸਫਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਕੋਵਿਡ-19 ਮਹਾਮਾਰੀ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵ ਕਾਰਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਮਹਾਮਾਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਪੀਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਦੇਣ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਅਸਫਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ।
Greetings. I want to start off today responding to the Auditor General's report. The report indicates that the Liberal government has failed Indigenous people. And this failure is not because of the pandemic. The Auditor General is very clear that the Liberal government was on track to fail in providing clean drinking water despite the pandemic. Even before the pandemic, it was clear they were going to fail. In fact, what it looks like is that the situation when it comes to clean drinking or the work on getting clean drinking to Indigenous communities has not improved in 6 years. Indigenous communities are no better off now after 6 years of the Liberals being in government. And that really is a betrayal. People expected a lot better. Indigenous people were hopeful that things would change. The fact that 6 years of Justin Trudeau as Prime Minister have not improved things is really heartbreaking to people who deserve the basic human right of having access to water. As we all know, water is life. I've met with so many people that can't turn on their tap and drink water. The water that they have access to is poisonous or could harm their health. And I think about what that means, what that would mean in a city like Ottawa or any other major city across Canada. If you could not turn on your tap and drink the water, what would governments do? The Liberal government is in power. It's the year 2021. We have one of the world's largest economies and technology. There is no excuse that anyone in our country doesn't have access to clean drinking water, particularly the first people of this land. So we are going to continue to fight and fight for clean drinking water for Indigenous people. The hopeful message of the Auditor General's report is that with sustainable and stable funding, Indigenous communities could get clean drinking water. There is a path to achieving it, and we will continue to fight for that. It shows they were all talk and they were not committed to getting it done. And that's sad. It gives me no pleasure to say this, but the reality is that they were just talking a big talk, but they were not committed to getting it done. The other thing is that the Auditor General makes it clear it could have been done. There's a clear plan. The Auditor General lays out that plan. And I can't imagine or understand for the life of me why this government has failed the Indigenous communities in such a brutal way. Like why they have failed when they promised so much, why they didn't just under-deliver, they betrayed that trust. And that's what this shows. It is a betrayal of trust and clearly an example of how they did not ever intend to get this done. That is what it shows.